Alright, well, I'm grinning like a little kid that's going to like Chuck E. Cheese or something. I'm so excited right now. We have a very exciting day for you guys. And what are we gonna be doing?
We are going to look at Jeeps.
Jeeps! So you guys know, I have been talking about this for a long time. I really want a Jeep.
It's all he's talked about for months. We can't drive on the road without seeing a Jeep.
Because every time I see one, it's like, I'm not really sure what happened there. The camera just randomly shut off. Anyway, there's like a lot of different things you can do to make them look a lot better than what they are when they're stock. And I would love to just do all that on my own and kind of build it up from scratch. But I don't really have the time to do that because I have, you know, all the traveling I do and all the videos making that kind of thing. I don't really have the time. So there's a company called Starwood Motors. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of them. They're based out of Texas and they do these really cool custom Jeeps. And I follow them on Twitter. They follow me back. I talked about, you know, sometime I might end up going out to Texas to take a look at some of them. But see what I'm talking about? It never ends. There's always one somewhere. So it just, it drives me crazy. The light? Oh yeah, there's an orange one up there at the light. Anyway, so I want a custom Jeep. I don't have the time to build it. There's one out in Texas, but I did find there's an auto, like a special auto place in downtown Orlando that specializes in badass Jeeps and like Ferraris and Lambos. Like they only have like really exclusive like custom cars. So we're gonna go check that out today. I'm not really planning on buying anything, but I wanted to go to look at Jeeps because that's cool, but then also like, I mean, going and seeing like really cool like Ferraris and Lambos and Fisker Karmas and stuff is gonna be awesome too. So I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. I talk about cars all the time. I'm a huge car person. She actually is too, which is awesome. I absolutely love her for that. And I know a lot of you guys out there are car people as well. So it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be an experience. We're gonna see some really cool cars and I'm probably gonna be drooling the entire time. The fact that that lady owns a Jeep and the roof is on it is really disappointing to me. All right, boys. Well, I think we made it judging off of the 3 4 5 8s in the parking lot. Are you kidding me right now? This is ridiculous. Look at that Hummer right there.
I like that Hummer.
That's super cool. Oh, this is incredible. Shout out to the homie Nadeshot. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're only 2 doors. You don't really have enough for me. I'm looking for a little bit more out of you. A little more length. Oh wow, these are like combat straps. That's pretty cool. This thing even folded down when you opened up the door. Crazy. All right, guys, so I hope you guys are drooling over that past little montage as much as I am. That was absolutely insane. I wish I could have got a little bit more footage for you guys, but I was walking around talking to some of the employees and stuff like that, so it would have been rude to have the camera out the whole time. But I have only seen one other place in my entire life that looked like that, and it's West Coast Customs. I actually went out to West Coast Customs and met like Ryan, the owner, and stuff like that in LA a while ago. And it's just like, it's like a West Coast Customs except here in Orlando. And I mean, you know, all the 458s, the Porsches, there was a couple McLarens, there were, you know, all kinds of Jeeps and stuff like that. Like it was absolutely nuts. I was absolutely in heaven, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, here's the deal. This is really crazy. They actually just ended up selling out of all of their Jeeps. They don't have any Jeeps available currently. All the ones that we saw in there were all already sold, or, you know, people had already bought them. They were just having work done or whatever. And so that was kind of unfortunate, but they do have one Jeep that's currently available. I think they have like 3 or 4 in production right now, so they'll be done in a couple of weeks when they're done putting all the mods and stuff on them. They do have one Jeep that's available. That's the kind I want. There was a 2-door out in like the front lobby that you guys saw, but there's one 4-door available, and it's this one right here. It's this blue one. And the deal is this is one of the employees' cars, all right? So it's a little bit used. It's a 2015, and it's got 3,000 miles on it, which is essentially how I bought my GTR last year. I essentially bought a 2015 GTR with like 2,500 miles. And the good news of doing something like that is that person who originally bought it took the big hit. And so this guy he's an employee of the company, still is. He still works there. He wants to get rid of it because he wants to get a new car. And so, like, obviously being an employee, he knows all the best stuff to put on it. And he has all the, like, really, really cool upgrades and stuff like that on his Jeep. But he wants to sell it now. So, you know, obviously he chose the best of everything that they do. So, you know this is going to be a really, really high quality Jeep. And you guys can see I'm flashing through pictures here. I mean, it's got the T. Martin blue. It's got like the, you know, custom like Bentley diamond stitching and stuff like that. Like, I think it's an absolute beautiful car. I haven't been able to see it yet. But, the best part is from a money standpoint, all right? So I don't like getting into exact numbers with you guys, but basically, like I said, it's a 2015 and it has around 3,000 miles on it. But if it was a 2016 brand new, it would cost about 40% more of what the price is. So essentially, I'm getting about 40% off because it's a year old and it's got 3,000 miles, which is absolutely insane. And like that's like a once in a lifetime deal, you know what I mean? So I want to get your guys' opinion. What do you guys think? So tomorrow he's going to be driving it in because he didn't drive it to work today. He drove his Ford Raptor, I think. So I mean, he's got cool cars. He's got like a Raptor, a Porsche, stuff like that. So he's going to drive it into work tomorrow, and he's like, come into the shop. I'll let you drive it around, take it for a test drive, and if you want it, you can have it for this weekend. You can like take it to the beach this weekend or something like that. So, oh my gosh, I went in there today and like you guys, if you guys don't know, I've mentioned like Jeeps in a ton of my videos recently, and I've been talking about them on Twitter and stuff like that. I've been really obsessed with them, and like I really, really want one, but I had no intention of actually buying one yet. I'm the type that really likes to budget and save and make sure it makes sense and that sort of thing. I know YouTube's not gonna be around forever, and I just like, I like to like save my money and be smart about things. And I wasn't really planning on buying one right at this point in time. I was thinking like maybe sometime in the next 6 months. But if I had the chance to get a deal like that, should I pull the trigger? I don't know. Like I'm really worried about it. So I'm definitely gonna go test drive it tomorrow to see what it's like. Obviously with the big tires and stuff like that, it's not gonna handle as well as a typical car will. So we'll see how that works out. I've never actually driven like a Jeep, period. So I wanna see what the car is like, see if I can actually feel myself in it. But I wanna get your guys' thoughts, because when I was thinking about this, like I was always thinking of having a murdered out Jeep. I always thought I'd get like, you know, a dark gray or a black or something like that, maybe a matte black, and just have it like all murdered out in black. But I actually really, really like the way that the blue looks. And on the back side of it, that little like black plate there that says Jeep, that's actually the third tail light. So the side tail lights light up and then that plate lights up. They said, because they do all custom work, they could literally have that changed to be the T. Martin logo. So when I step on the brakes, T. Martin lights up in the back of the car, which would be really, really cool. So I don't know, man, I had no intention of actually buying something. I just wanted to look around and just kind of like whet my enthusiasm and just kind of like, you know, be like, oh, okay, you looked at it. Let's, you know, work hard for it and save up for it and, you know, make it happen. But dude, I think that would be really cool. Think about that thing sitting next to the GTR in the garage. Oh my gosh, that would be nuts. The only thing that really, really makes me sad about this whole ordeal is this thing right here, getting rid of my baby. Holy cow. So I got this truck, the Ford Explorer Sport Track 2005. I got it when I was 15 years old. I couldn't drive until I was 16, so I had this in the driveway before I could even drive because it was my dream car, and they were kind of hard to find. They were a pretty unique car. I wanted something that had the 2 rows of seats so I could have a lot of people. I also wanted the truck bed to be able to, you know, I had a mowing business at the time to take my mower around and stuff like that. It was literally the perfect car. I absolutely loved it. You guys saw or could see I kind of like tried to murder it out a little bit with the rims. I got a subwoofer in there and stuff like that. Like, I absolutely love this truck, and the thought of getting rid of it after it's been so good to me for so long makes me so sad. And I know that doesn't really make any sense. Like it's an object, but I have an attachment to it, and it makes me so sad to think about not having that thing. And I've tried to think about ways to like warrant keeping it. I'm like, oh, I can just like, you know, use that as my dog truck to take the dogs to the beach. No, I want to use the Jeep to take them to the beach. Yeah, it's gonna get dog hair in it, but I don't want to baby it. I want to have fun with it. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think it makes sense to have 4 cars for 2 people. Chelsea and I live here, and I mean, we have 3 garage spaces, so if we have 3 cars, that works out well. Like, the truck would just be sitting in the driveway all the time. I don't know, it makes me really sad to think about that, because I'm really deeply attached to that truck, and I was sitting there, I almost started like tearing up thinking about it, because I know that that's like the right thing to do, would be to trade it in and, you know, get a little bit of value out of it. But I don't know, dude. It's like, I think the Kelley Blue Book on the truck is like $5 grand or something, and obviously that's a lot of money. That'd be great. But to me, like, emotionally, it's worth more to me than that. Like I feel like it should be worth like 25 grand because that's my baby, you know what I mean? So I don't know, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the blue? Do you guys think I should do it? I would love to have you guys, you know, weigh in on this decision because ultimately it's gonna be a big part of our videos. Like if we end up getting this Jeep, then I'm gonna be taking you guys, you know, in vlogs and, you know, taking the dogs and to the beach and stuff like that. It's gonna be a big part of the channel. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace out.